Hi everyone, in this video we will see how to create a nested transactions in LoadRunner. So first we have a transaction name called homepage and ending the homepage. So if you want to create multiple transactions, nested transactions in LoadRunner, so within the main transaction, you will be having the sub transactions like transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3, based on your main transaction. You want to calculate the response time for the whole transaction and its child parts as well. Like if you take an example like searching for a product, searching for the product and clicking on a product and opening a product. So all comes under search and click on product. So if you want each individual transaction separately, then what we can do is like, so first let's take another request here. And this is second page. I'll make it as a second page here. Second page, yeah, okay. So now I'm creating a sub transaction here. So your LR start is starting here and your LR end transaction is closing here. In between this, I'm giving another new transaction, that is LR start sub transaction. So I'm giving the transaction name here as sub1 homepage 2. Okay, and I'm closing the transaction here with LRN sub transaction with its status as LR auto. Okay, I'm giving it LR auto. So LoadRunner will decide whether it's passed or failed. Now if you run this script, it will register 4 transactions. So compilation error. So let's start transaction, sub transaction. So if you go to the function, it will help you sub transaction. In sub transaction, you need to pass 2 arguments. That is under what transaction we're adding another transaction. So if you take this, this is a parent transaction, this is a child transaction, and this is a parent transaction. This is a parent transaction. Sorry, this is a parent transaction. So now replaying it. Started replaying. For LR transaction, you will have only one parameter, which is transaction name. In LR sub transaction, you will have 2 parameters. First parameter is the actual transaction name, and second parameter is parent transaction name. Okay, so yeah, it's executed successfully. So out, action, output, scroll up to the transactions. So home page started. And at the home page, again, the note for the transaction started sub home page. Okay, the sub home page passed, and the respective time stamp is 1.96, and the home page is passed with 1.55. So wasted 0.3 seconds. It's 2 seconds. It's 0.1956. It's 1.588. Okay, so there's a difference between the sub transaction and the main transaction. So here the sub transaction is ended. Here the main transaction is ended. And here the sub transaction started, and here the first home page transaction started. So I'm repeating once again. So if you want to create a sub transaction in your main transaction, so we need to add a large start sub transaction. The first argument is the actual transaction name, and the second argument is the transaction name of your parent transaction. So under which transaction you're using it, you need to mention those transaction name. Okay. So and for LR10, it's same as LR and transaction and LR sub transaction are both same, both formats same. But you need to decide if you have any. So based on the assertions and values, assertion checks, page checks, then you can decide your passed or fail. In my case, I have made it the auto. So based on your requirement, you can make it LR pass, LR fail, or LR auto as per your requirement. Thanks for listening to this.